Aloha! This is lesson 188 from A Course in Miracles with Hope Johnson. The peace of God is shining in me now. Why wait for heaven? Those who seek the light are merely covering their eyes. The light is in them now. Enlightenment is but a recognition, not a change at all. Light is not of the world, yet you bear the light in you. Yet you who bear the light in you are alien here as well. The light came with you from your native home and stayed with you because it is your own. It is the only thing you bring with you from him who is your source. It shines in you because it lights your home and leads you back to where it came from, and you are at home. This light cannot be lost. Why wait to find it in the future, or believe it has been lost already, or was never there? It can so easily be looked upon that arguments which prove it is not there become ridiculous. Who can deny the presence of what he beholds in him? It is not difficult to look within, for there all vision starts. There is no sight, be it of dreams or from a truer source, that is not but the shadow of the seen through inward vision. So what they're saying is that no sight, either of dreams or from a truer source, are a shadow of the seen through inward vision. There perception starts, and there it ends. It has no source but this. The peace of God is shining in you now, and from your heart extends around the world. It pauses to caress every living thing and leaves a blessing with it that remains forever and forever. What it gives must be eternal. It removes all thoughts of the ephemeral and valueless. It brings renewal to all tired hearts and lights all vision as it passes by. All of its gifts are given everyone, and everyone unites in giving thanks to you who give and you who have received. The shining in your mind reminds the world of what it has forgotten, and the world restores the memory to you as well. From your salvation radiates with gifts beyond all measure, given and returned. To you, the giver of the gift, does God himself give thanks. And in his blessing does the light in you shine brighter, adding to the gifts you have to offer to the world. The peace of God can never be contained. Who recognizes it within himself must give it. And the means for giving it are in his understanding. He forgives because he recognized the truth in him. The peace of God is shining in you now and in all living things. In quietness is it acknowledged universally. For what your inward vision looks upon is your perception of the universe. Sit quietly and close your eyes. The light within you is sufficient. It alone has power to give the gift of sight to you. Exclude the outer world and let your thoughts fly to the peace within. They know the way. For honest thoughts, untainted by the dream of worldly things outside yourself, become the holy messengers of God himself. These thoughts you think with him. They recognize their home, and they point surely to their source, where God the Father and the Son are one. God's peace is shining on them, but they must remain with you as well, for they were born within your mind, as yours was born in God's. They lead you back to peace. You see that? They were born within your mind. So look at where God the Father and the Son are one, God's peace is shining on them, but they must remain with you as well. For they were born within your mind, as yours was born within God's. Now, this is your perception of your brothers. They lead you back to peace from where they came, but to remind you how you must return. See? It's like these thoughts that you think with God, the peace of God is shining on them. When you give them away, like give them away to your brothers, this is the giving that you do. The only giving that you do. This isn't about giving money and stuff like that.
Right.
Or it could manifest as that, but it's really about giving the truth, giving the truth back. They lead you, these thoughts lead you back to peace from where they came, but to remind you how you must return. They heed your Father's voice when you refuse to listen, and they urge you gently to accept His word for what you are, instead of fantasies and shadows. They remind you that you are the co-creator of all things that live. For as the peace of God is shining in you, it must shine on them, all things that live. See? We practice coming nearer to the light in us today. We take our wandering thoughts and gently bring them back to where they fall in line with all the thoughts we share with God. We will not let them stray. We let the light within our minds direct them to come home. We have betrayed them, ordering that they depart from us, but now we call them back and wash them clean of strange desires and disordered wishes. We restore them the holiness of their inheritance. Thus are our minds restored with them, and we acknowledge that the peace of God still shines in us, and from us to all living things that share our life. We will forgive them all, absolving all the world from what we thought it did to us. For it is we who make the world as we would have it. Now we choose that it be innocent, devoid of sin, and open to salvation, and we lay our saving blessing on it as we say, "The peace of God is shining in me now. Let all things shine upon me in that peace, and let me bless them with the light in me." So it's like the peace of God. I'm accepting the peace of God, right? Look at this 3-step process we're given right here. I'm accepting the peace of God that's shining in me now, right? And so then I'm letting all things shine upon me in that peace. They're actually reflecting that peace to me that I'm allowing. And then lets me bless them with that light.
Wow.
See?
Yeah.
So I let them be a blessing to me. Right?
Yeah.
Because I know the light in me. I know that I know the light that God's given me. I know that light in me. So I let all of them be a blessing to me because I'm not seeing them clearly. I'm seeing them based on what I made of them. Right? So then this is what salvation looks like. It's like we receive, we go, yeah, oh yes, I am just that light. I am the light of God, really. And then let everything be reflecting that to me. So everything becomes sacred.
Wow.
Everything that occurs, every person, every body, every relationship.
Really?
And then let me bless them with the light in me. And that does not mean, people often think that means being a doormat. No, it doesn't mean being a doormat at all. It's easy for me to say what I want. I have no problem with that. Yeah. Right? And I know I don't know what I want. That's why it's easy. Right?
Yeah, you said that earlier.
Yeah.
Yep, that's one to wrap your head around.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's why it's simple. And sometimes it's shocking to people because it's just like really frank. It's like, hey, this is what it looks like right now. Right? I'm not going to do that unless it's like this. How about that?
Yep.
Right?
Yep, that's magic, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to do it.
My husband did it.
Yeah.
To come here. He told him no. They called him back and said, "How much money do you want and what hours do you want?" I was like, "Damn, baby." He moves mountains.
Nice. Yeah, when
Easily.
you know that you I used to say this when I was younger, when I was dating, I would say, I know that I'm the fucking gift in the relationship because I looked at myself as basically I'm a woman. That was the reasoning. I was like, I'm the woman. And they need to realize that I'm the fucking gift in that relationship, right? It's like otherwise I'm out of here. Right.
Yeah.
So then eventually I just kept on dropping people. I'd date them and then I'd go, oh no, that's not it. No, that's test it out a little bit. Yeah. Have a little sex here and there whenever I wanted. Yeah. And then and then eventually someone came along who was fulfilling that which I said nope. I was just saying nope to everything that was like
Yeah.
what I didn't want, and that's the thing. It's like if you're aware that you are valuable, this is value right here, then that's it. Now, for me at this point in time, I know I'm the gift in a different way. Of course, it's like I know that I share the peace of God. I extend the peace of God,
Right.
and so then I know that in relating in anything, God's will for me is perfect happiness, right?
Yes, we love that one.
Yeah.
Keep going back to that
Yeah,
one.
so
right?
I've got no obligation to relate with anyone
you
in
don't
any
want to.
at any time. Well, and it's not even if I don't want to, because I'm asking the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit is also for my perfect happiness. So I'm just asking the Holy Spirit, what should I do? Where would you have me go? And I will to do that, and I don't will to do more than that. Just that. That's all. I don't have another will there, right? So like this is saying, why wait for heaven? It's like you can have the peace of God right now. It's shining in you already. I was at the farmer's market one time, and these friends go, how do you keep on getting more radiant? And I go, I'm accepting the peace of God all day long. Right? I'm accepting the peace of God all day long. And I go, do you guys want to accept the peace of God right now? Yeah, how do you do it? And I go, you just go, I accept the peace of God, and let yourself feel that. And they're all able to feel it.
Yeah.
It's like you just know. This is kind of similar to that, saying I accept the peace of God. The peace of God is shining in me now. So then you're becoming aware of the peace of God that's shining in you. Right? So it's like this, these thoughts that are your real thoughts are still in the mind. And those are the thoughts that point to your home. So they're right alongside. It's kind of like there's a pillar of ego thoughts that you're habitually attracted to, but do not like and would not keep. They're not like you in any way.
Right.
And then a pillar right beside that is the thought of God. And it comes in form, in the world of form, as illusion. It comes in all these different thoughts that point back to the thought of God.
Okay.
Right? And it's like...
and the thought of God is?
It's just it. That's just it. It's the thought of God. And you know it when you're aware of it. So these different thoughts that point back to God, basically giving is receiving. Right. That's one of them, right? Another one is there's only love. Another one is everyone is innocent. That doesn't come from the ego, right? The ego would not say that. So that's one of the thoughts that you're given in an illusion.
You're right.
Yeah, so these are the thoughts that bring you back. That's what A Course in Miracles is all about.
And
it's
recognizing those thoughts and letting go of them so it doesn't continually bring you
right. So what we're doing is we're bringing thoughts to the truth. So a thought that says, oh my God, I'm so scared because Donald Trump is the president and he's doing this and that and this and that. And then you bring it back to a thought of truth. Nothing real can be threatened and nothing unreal exists. And you're back to the peace of God when you feel what that thought feels like.
Oh, wow.
See, so it's like this is reason. Your reason is truth. So you're bringing all untruth, unreasonableness, right, meaninglessness to the truth. It gets neutralized. That's all it is. So you're getting good at mind watching for one. You're getting more focused and good at mind watching. And then as you're watching the mind, you're bringing those thoughts actually to the truth so they can be neutralized, because what they're doing is they're rising up in the field, so they come into your awareness.
Yep.
And then if you don't neutralize them, they give you a shitty feeling, and then you come back, they go back down underneath the surface, and then they're gone, and then they just keep on doing that, and you have a shitload of thoughts doing that all day long.
Yep, and it's awful.
It's awful,
I
and
work with
it's
teaching people about that all day long. That's what we do. And it's recognizing.
so this is how to undo it.
Yeah. They're aware. And they're like, wow, shit.
Get super focused. Get super focused. Whatever you need. Like, treat the field like this. As far as the field goes, let it just supply whatever you need to be focused. in this way.
And that's practice.
Yes.
You recommend practice. And so when you sit in silence for 10 hours, that's practice and focus.
Well, that was a short span that I had. It only lasted 10 days where I meditated for 10 hours a day for 10 days.
Vipassana.
Yeah, Vipassana.
I have to do that.
You can. I would wait for it to be a calling. Otherwise, it could be a waste of time because, you just fidgeting and stuff. And like, that's not,
No.
Yeah, because, it's like you feel it in your heart. Like it's not like I have to do it. It's like, when people were telling me about it, I was like, I'll never do that. I need to have bacon every day.
Right,
I don't
right.
do vegetarian for 10 days. I went over there. It was so funny. I was
That's
totally
funny.
constipated the whole time. But never mind. And what I'm saying is, you don't even have to meditate. Let's say this. You don't have to meditate at all. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
When you practice forgiveness, you collapse so much time. It's equivalent to like thousands of hours of meditating.
Really?
Yes. Meditate if you need that refuge.
But when you practice self-love and forgiveness.
Yes, when you do what I'm talking about, you see bringing those thoughts to the truth. Look at this is a thought you can bring too. The peace of God is shining to me now. The peace of God is shining in me now. This is the lesson 188, right?
Yeah.
Any thought that disturbs your peace goes to that thought today. The peace of God is shining in me now. See, that's how you practice.
Any thought that is disturbing my thought process,
It's disturbing the peace of God in you.
I just
Bring it over there.
push it to the light.
Yeah, bring it over there and feel what that feels like. Feel what that feels like.
Not
Because
just get rid of it.
you're
Feel.
feeling, feel here, do it like this. This is my method. Feel it as an effect right now. What does it feel like right now?
Uh-huh.
That way you're aware, I don't want this.
Right.
That's huge.
Right.
I don't
Right.
want this. Good. We know that. Now we go, take that thought, whatever it is, that self-hatred thought. That's a shame, for instance. That's a common thing. People go, that's a shame. Let's say that pops up in your mind from time to time.
Yep.
That's a shame pops up in your mind. You bring that, notice how it feels. Notice in your body's energy field. Bring that thought to the truth. The peace of God is shining in me now. And notice how that feels. That's all you do all day long. That's your whole
Wow.
fucking function of the mind.
That is meditating. That's
I know.
constant meditation.
It is a constant meditation.
To keep your... Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's powerful.
Uh-huh.
You get that on board, it's easy peasy, right?
That's right.
You just...
That's right.
Oh,
So if
try
you
this.
want to spend 5 minutes with this, and you probably do, I would, right?
5 minutes
Spend
with-
5 minutes with this where you sit and you watch whatever it is that seems to disturb the peace of God in you. and then repeat this thought and watch your feeling fluctuation. This is really big.
Yeah.
Watch your feeling fluctuation because that inspires you. It motivates you to keep doing this.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And when you notice that feeling,
Yep.
keep doing this.
That's
You
right.
just let it go.
But, especially if you just started practicing, you're going to forget throughout the day. So what I recommend is setting the reminders so you're reminded every hour that the peace of God is shining in me now. And then before you go to bed, 5 minutes to as long as you want with the peace of God is shining in me now. And any thoughts that pop up, bring it to that. And then have a beautiful night's sleep after that.
Hell yeah.
Yay, I love you. Hooey ho.